Now, amid the ongoing tensions with China, top commanders of the Indian Air Force will meet today to review operational preparedness. The three-day Air Commanders Conference will be chaired by Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal R.K. Singh Bhadoria. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will also be addressing the commanders during the meeting. At the same time, the Navy's maritime fighter jets, the MiG-29K, will be deployed in the northern sector for operations. The deployment of these aircraft are in line with Prime Minister Modi's directives for enhancing jointness between the three services and the Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat's call for the possibility of deployment of maritime combat along the northern and western borders. Going across to Shreya Dhondial for more on this. Shreya, any further details coming in about the conference that is underway?
Well, it is a three-day conference, and the top 7 commanders of the Indian Air Force are meeting with the Air Chief, and not just the country at that conference. We should be getting pictures in a while from now. What we are being told is that a couple of things are on the agenda. One, of course, is to review the operational preparedness as far as Eastern Ladakh is concerned. As you know, all forward air bases that are facing China have been activated, and the Indian Air Force has deployed all its top-notch frontline assets there, like the Sukhois, like the MiGs, like the Mirages, like the Apaches, like the Chinooks, etc. Now, one of the things that is on the table is to see how quickly you can operationalize the Rafale jets, the 6 Rafale jets that will be coming into India on the 29th. They come to Ambala. How long before they operationalize? How long can be sent to Ladakh? That is something that is going to be on the table as well. Do remember that the Rafale that India has purchased, we have purchased 36 of them, are coming to us a little earlier at India's request. Otherwise, the delivery of the first 18 was to happen next year. But India specially put in a request with France, given the situation that was developing at the LAC. And instead of the 4 that were originally scheduled to come now by the end of the month, France is sending 6 to us. The whole purpose is that these frontline Rafale jets can be deployed at, in Eastern Ladakh, at the forward bases in Eastern Ladakh. So that was the point, and that is something that will be discussed. One of the specifications, there were 13 India-specific enhancements that were made in the Rafale jet, and one specification for the Rafale was that it can operate at high altitudes like the one in Ladakh. So that's going to be on the table. What is also on the table is how to make the Indian Air Force prepared for the next 10 years, for the next decade, because do remember that our squadron strength is down to 32 in case there is a 2.5 front war. What you will require is 42 squadrons. How do you get there, given that budgets are limited? All of that will be on the table today.
All right, a number of key decisions on the table, like Shreya is pointing out. Thank you, Shreya, for joining us. Now, the US has once again blasted Beijing for bullying its neighbors and militarizing the South China Sea. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo also slammed the Chinese Communist Party for instigating a deadly confrontation with India. Not stopping there, Pompeo said that rather than helping the world, Xi Jinping has shown the world that the party's true face. In fact, Pompeo accused China of engaging in a cover-up and co-opting the World Health Organization by allegedly surpassing early details of the coronavirus pandemic.